All right, welcome to the Nintendo First Podcast. I'm Flo, and today it's going to be a rather short one, even though it is a collaborated effort. Today I have CJ with me.
Yo, what's good? I'm ready this time. I was ready for the greeting.
Yeah, y'all did make me look a little schizo last time, bro. I don't appreciate that. So again, gonna be on the rather short side. We're just talking about a bit more of the fallout and aftermath of the Switch 2 announcement, and we're kind of just gonna go a little more into a few of the things that we didn't get to go into last time because it was so corporate. um, we're gonna actually give our like personal feelings as far as like what we're looking for out of the Switch 2, whether that be video games or new features, maybe quality of life features coming out of it. But I did want to open up with another misinformation campaign about the Switch 2. The pre-orders are not starting on May 8th, despite what allegedly IGN said it. I'm not even gonna bullshit you here. I did not do enough research to see if they actually said that, but I'm just going by Nintendo World Report. I don't usually use them as a source, but
Yeah.
apparently on the Wayback Machine it said it mentioned a May 8th date on the Nintendo website itself about the invites going out. And now there are invites going out, from my understanding, but May 8th was not the date. So not sure where that even came from, honestly. Did you hear anything about that?
No, as far as pre-orders go, I haven't heard anything about them resuming, so I haven't heard anything about it, but I think I did see that tweet where they were like trying to like confirm a date, but then I didn't see anybody else saying it, so then I just took it with a grain of salt and I was like, it's probably accurate to what like accurate enough, but they probably just said what they knew,
Yeah,
not necessarily like whether it being the truth or anything or like declaring it. It's just they probably got the info and then relayed it. It
yeah.
happens all the time.
So, from my understanding, the first wave, apparently there are waves of invites to pre-order going out. But that aside, another thing that I heard through the blue turned black grapevine is that these upgrade packs are not going to apply to DLC. So Master Mode will not
Woo.
be eligible. How do we feel about that?
Well, I mean, I already told you last episode. I'm not spending another dollar on Breath of the Wild, and I guess they may have understood that me and a bunch of I'm not. I can't spend another dollar on Breath of the Wild. The game's approaching 10 years old.
Okay, you know what? That's actually fair. Wow, I didn't realize that. Damn.
Yeah, next year they would have turned 10 on the Wii U. I'm sure.
No,
I
no,
think
no.
it
It
came out
came out the same
2016.
day on both
Oh,
platforms.
those a dual release.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure, for sure. But yeah, it's approaching 10 years old. I'm not spending another dollar on that game, bro. It's not even like. Come on, no, no. I I'll just
no,
I'll just play the Switch One version. That'll be fine. That'll
that
be fine.
that's actually solid. Like I can't even blame you for that. Yeah, they helped nip that in the bud. I just
That is crazy. I hope. Oh my goodness. I hope they don't. Well, I mean, it's inevitable, but they'll probably do Switch Two versions of the Pokemon games. Do you think
say what now?
they'll probably do Switch Two versions of the Pokemon games? Huh?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, and I hope not. If DLC's not covered, I hope not. I haven't bought. I haven't bought the latest one.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that. I don't see an incentive for them to do it either. Because I mean, yeah, I'm sure online is still supported for like Sword and Shield, right? But
Yeah,
what's the point of them helping you um, continue to play a game that's like two generations behind? Because realistically, like next year, we're gonna get the Gen 10 game for the 30th anniversary, right? So why would they allow you to play that game on their new console? I don't with something as important as Pokemon, I don't see that being a thing ever.
yeah, and plus it saves Game Freak from having to make another
Oh
version of
Jesus.
a game. They don't like making Pokemon games anymore. It seems so. Well,
I mean,
mainline at least.
can you blame them though? Like they've been doing
They
the
hate the
same
mainline
shit
games.
over and over.
They hate the mainline games. I'll tell you that. But they love their Legends and their Pokemon Snap and all that. They love that. But they hate making mainline Pokemon games, and I get it. I get it. It took the for the people who like are like diehard Pokemon fans. I'm more of a Pokemon connoisseur. I'm more of a I'm in the know. I'm hip. I'm happening, right?
Oh
You
no.
know, I wasn't like the bring back national decks. Like no, like I wasn't that kind of guy, right?
Okay, I will admit he was indeed not that guy.
No, I was not.
I
I
didn't
was
have a
not.
horse in the race, as longtime listeners may know. It was more so just like, well, why couldn't they? And it always comes down to that strict as time constraint of always having the game out in November. And to me, it's not justifiable just simply because if that compromised your vision in any way, you shouldn't have done it. You simply should have launched the game at a later date.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like they're racing against a clock that's not set. Like we're not rushing them to get
Literally.
these games out. Quite the opposite, actually. But the fact that they think that we gotta get it out. Like no, bruh,
Oh, they're
it's
waiting on
okay.
us, guys.
It's okay, bro. We're still playing the last generation. Pokemon games are timeless. You know that, right? I can play the last generation of Pokemon for a while before the next one comes out.
Oh
I
my
have no
god.
choice.
Oh,
But yeah,
just real quick. Did Let's Go not do as well as they were hoping? Because I thought we were supposed to get a sequel to that.
I have no idea. Actually, let me look it up. Let me look it up. I can see compared to other side games and see how that would have done, but I'm almost certain that it did fairly decent. But I did like that format, and like you said, I thought they were going to get that sequel and just like go through the different regions.
Actually, you know what? I believe Let's Go was actually in like the top 10 software unit sales at one point. So it had to have done pretty good. I just didn't
And
understand why they didn't cash in on that again.
yeah, I mean,
It
it
sold over
sold
10 million, I know.
yeah, 15 million.
So I'm really
That's really
confused.
good for Pokemon games because that's around how much the Diamond and Pearl remake sold for. So that's pretty good. I don't know. I actually like that format a lot. Taking the two Pokemon from Kanto, which are now the two undeniable mascots of the franchise,
Yep.
Pikachu and Eevee. Like I thought they would go through the different regions and like go with that.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily starters, but like iconic Pokemon from each region. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's a good format and it's a casual game and it's like those Pokemon Go elements at first I was like maybe that's not maybe it was real quick to grow on me,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the Switch 2 could benefit from another title like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oddly enough, yeah, I'd actually be down for that. Of course, after Legend of Z to A, yeah, I could see them doing another side Pokemon game. I mean, there's there's a demand for non-mainline Pokemon games because people are just falling out of love with them, but they still love Pokemon. So it doesn't have to be a mainline game for them to buy it. I mean, so I think the Switch 2 should capitalize on things like that. It's like there's so many things that we could have that I'm just saying like they have all the tools in the world to make this a good to make this a great launch. And the launch is looking powerful.
Yeah.
So I hope it's not just a strong first year and then radio silence,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the Switch 2 can go very wrong for Nintendo. I'm probably
You
gonna
think it's
delve.
make or break?
I'm gonna delve more into it later, but I definitely feel like this could be this could backfire on them. But I did want to kind of just go ahead and because we did get sidetracked, but I kind of wanted to go into what are you looking to get out of a Switch 2? I suppose as far as video games. Like what are you looking toward most? Not even just things that were announced, but yeah.
Okay. So I need them to take this innovation of the mouse controls and I need them to force me to use it, bro. Like, I don't want it to be another gimmick lost to time. It's such a cool thing that my controller is able to do that. But like we touched on, realistically, and just because of, trends like this in the past, it's gonna be for the one game where that's all it's about, and then it's never gonna get used again. Right?
Yeah.
But I want them to. That's such an interesting concept. I really would need them to use it as much as possible. And so I want them to really like the features that they showed us, use them, bro. Like don't show us all these cool features to justify the price tag and then never let us use it.
Well, I don't have any examples on hand, but that forceful push of features on the Wii U specifically, um, people weren't very receptive of that. If you, in case you don't recall, I don't know how they should go about it, but I really need them to make it appealing in some way. I really need them to because they can't be the only ones using it. They have to convince third parties like, hey, this can really shake up the game. And maybe they'll do that with like Sims 4 or something. I don't know.
Right. Give it a more like these some of these like computer games that get ported to console, you can just like use the PC controls.
Yeah,
You know, like and like
because you could
hell,
connect the
you can even
keyboard to the current Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I could definitely see that
yes.
as a play setup.
Yes, I definitely could. I definitely could. People plug keyboard and mouse to their consoles all the time, but now you don't need the mouse, Because I would love them to like do more point and click games, like something like that. Like there's
Oh my
a
god, they're gonna sell a keyboard.
oh
Holy
dude,
shit.
they're gonna sell the keyboard, but it's gonna
Yo.
be the cool bro, it's gonna be the cool keyboard, like the one that's only the QWE ASD ZXE. It's only gonna be that one, like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I I can see that.
Bro, I don't even
Yeah.
care how they go about it. And I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely glazing on my part, but like, I just would love to see like Nintendo branding on a keyboard, bro. I don't know.
You know they're gonna put the characters on it. You know they're gonna put the
Oh yeah,
characters
they're
on it.
definitely gonna do like special edition keyboards and shit, bro. Or probably
But
decals. That would probably be a lot better, honestly.
Well, yeah, they got a market here, man. Like you said, Sims and games like that, Civilization, like all these games
Yeah,
that thrive with like and or best played with keyboard and mouse, they can do it, bro.
bro.
They can do it,
Imagine not Super Smash Flash, but actually playing Smash Bros with mouse and keyboard. I want to see how nasty that shit gets.
bro. Baldur's Gate 3. I look.
Mm,
I don't know if you heard of Baldur's Gate 3, but the gameplay to me looks like something that I would have much more fun clicking at. And like, some games look like, I don't want to hold a controller for this because the gameplay doesn't really feel like. I feel like I'm not really getting the most out of it. But if I was like close to a screen clicking away at Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like I'd be more interested in playing it
yeah.
because it looks like that kind of game. And I think they can give us those kinds of games. They can go back to some crazy old titles if they want to, like just good old. Dang, what's that thing called? I don't remember. There was this game on the Wii that was like an arcade. It was like a bunch of arcade games, and I could see them using the mouse controls for like air hockey or something,
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah. Also, um, I want Nintendo to get back, and which I think they are doing with like the whole game share thing. I need them to get back to their multiplayer roots, man, because I don't want just another single player console. I got a family, man, and not to sound dramatic or anything, but I got a family, man. I want to be able to play the game with them, like, without them needing their own console.
Well, I mean,
Just
as
like,
far as
hey,
what?
you said what?
As far as what?
Just like party games, like Nintendo Land. I could definitely
Oh
see a
my god.
Nintendo Land too,
You and
Nintendo Land
Nintendo
too.
Land, bro. I gave up on that train a long time ago.
Are you seeing? I will never.
Bro, I still don't understand why we just never got split screen Splatoon. I don't think that would be too crazy. Like
I don't think so either,
to
low key.
do couch co op online, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be too crazy either. Nobody has a small TV anymore, guys. So don't use that as an excuse. Like everybody I know got a big TV.
You know what's
So
sad though? Most people don't know, but the Wii U was supposed to have a dual gamepad feature, and you were supposed to be able to play Splatoon like that.
dang, some Wii U games were awkward playing on like co-op. Like bro, Pokken on the Wii U, like somebody had to use the gamepad and the other person had to like play on the TV and
Really?
the yeah, like the person on the gamepad saw all of the workings of the game, like mode select and all that stuff, and the person who was playing on the TV just had to sit there until it was time to fight. Like
See what I'm
it was
saying?
like
Forcing
it
those
was
features.
crazy.
Um,
Crazy.
yeah, and they were also supposed to have like a different category of games for Game and Wario. Like they were actually like supposed to patch the Wii U with that feature. Now I don't know why the console not doing as well as they had hoped would make them cancel supporting the feature. I feel like that probably would have incentivized some developers to want to do some special shit with it. Like imagine having like a co-op Splinter Cell on a console like that.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean there are co-op Splinter Cell games, but it's not like the main story. It's always like some shoe in game mode, separate story and everything. But point being, um, yeah, I definitely agree with you on them needing to utilize this feature more often and not just letting it be an afterthought. They have to incentivize people. Um, I okay, so this is a rumor that I came across. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in a previous episode or not, but so I mean, obviously we're getting GCN on launch day, right? Through
Yeah.
NSO.
Hmm.
So logically, the next step would be the Nintendo DS, and a lot of people would say, "Well, how the fuck would you do that?" Well, there are two solutions. One I've heard of, but one I've just thought of. Okay, so they could go the Wii U route and let you connect a Switch 1 to a Switch 2, have the Switch 2 docked, and then connect the Switch 1 to the Switch 2, let that be the secondary screen. Um,
Okay.
Shit sounds crazy already in my head
Yeah,
saying
that
all that
requires me
stuff.
keeping my Switch One, bro. Like I plan on cutting ties.
Well, um, I was gonna like try and tie in a way to fuck it. Okay, this is a quick aside. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know I was on a train of thought. But I was going to call that the Wii DS method. I really feel like if they called the Wii U the Wii DS, and I know CJ is fucking sick
Uh,
of me saying that,
oh
bro. But if they
God.
called it the Wii DS, listen, it's clear what they're doing with it. It's a Wii with two screens. With a touchscreen, bro. Like, come on. It was right there.
It's not
And it runs
fucking
with
happening,
3DS. How do you hate
dude.
that? Look at the marketing,
It's a
bro.
it's a terrible name.
Bro,
It's a
look at the
terrible
marketing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
it is
matter. The Wii U
it
was
is a
better.
terrible name.
The Wii U was better. What the fuck is a U? Okay.
You bitch,
No,
you.
no, don't shit on my idea, bro. The Wii U was nowhere near as good as Wii DS. It gives you
I
everything you need in the name.
dude, WDS is terrible.
Bro, I'm telling you, the marketing's there. Wii DS and
It might
3DS,
be
bro. Come on.
it it might be bottom three names I've ever heard for anything ever.
You're a shithead. Fuck you.
I don't, dude, that is terrible.
Fuck
Okay,
off. Okay.
but
Anyway, the
but
second method. What?
so hold on, you because you may say what I'm about to say. So go ahead, and if you don't, I'll tell you then.
So the second method was the rumor that I saw, and now seeing where it's positioned on the console, I'm not so sure it'll work that way. But someone was suggesting that the top USB-C port on top of the Nintendo Switch 2 can then connect to the Nintendo Switch 1's USB-C port and you play it that way. Now, honestly, that sounds kind of stupid because what would then need to happen is they create a shell for you to hold that weirdly large ass fucking thing. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening, bro. That sounds so fucking stupid. And I can't believe I was hyped for that at one point. Because I'm like, that's just fucking stupid. Like, think about it. That's at least like 10 pounds that you have to hold in your hand.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And then, like I said, like the screens are offset, so it's not even going to be lined up. Um, Even if they could figure out like the framing, like with a small ass cable, just to like position the Switch One in a shell, like it's all stupid. So that's not gonna happen. But I can see the Wii DS method working. Hoping that's what they decide to go with. Allow your Switch One to connect to your Switch Two. I don't think that would be crazy at all. But I mean, you're saying, well, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of requires you to have external hardware. So they're probably not going to do it that way. But how else would they do it?
Okay, so what I saw somebody in a concept, and this concept also requires external hardware, but it's like because apparently there was a rumor that Nintendo patented the technique to have the Joy Cons connect upside down.
I did see that.
Also, so and then so the concept video, which I think you may have sent it or somebody sent it or anything. Then like so you turn your Switch out upside down,
Oh, and
connect the
that way the
Joy-Con.
ports line up, huh?
Yeah, and then now your C port is more center because you're using the one at the
Oh,
bottom,
some
and then they
bitch.
and then they would connect that folding screen to it, and then I was just like, okay, looks cool, but then it's like,
Oh,
so do I
folding
not?
screen.
Or like the not really a fold, that ain't gonna close or nothing, but like it just kind of gives it a bit of an angle, so it's not like just straight up like a 2DS. I mean, that's ergonomically the best handheld console, so maybe that's not terrible.
Um, I mean,
But
it's different with that in mind because even if it does require external hardware, they can literally just sell you a second screen so that it works. So I'm not against that.
or they can utilize the size, like the size increase of this big screen, and as much as people are gonna hate it,
Play it vertical.
I mean, when you ooh, I wasn't gonna go that route, but I mean, ooh, that's rough. Wait,
I
isn't
could.
there a game that uses that?
I mean, there are quite a few touchscreen games that allow you to play the console vertical, but the thing is, you would still probably have to have some sort of frame to connect the controllers. So probably not.
Okay, so what I was gonna get at
Also,
is that
ventilation
you
and air.
could
So never mind. Go ahead.
you could utilize the size increase of the screen, and as tacky as it looks, now we're all adults here.
Mm-mm.
We've
I don't like this shit.
we've we've maybe enjoyed DS games at a not so above the table means, right? And
The
so
fuck?
side by side, just on one screen, just have your top screen feed in one half and your bottom screen feed on the left.
Bitch, are you talking
Oh,
about stretching that shit out to oblivion?
when they're side by side, it's not really that big of a deal
Oh,
until
you
you get
said
to
side
games
by
like
side. You are even more nasty hoe.
right.
No.
But
No. I am
hold
not
on, hold on.
having that shit. No, there's nothing else to discuss. Side by side?
It
That's so
looks
damn
bad.
ghetto.
It looks bad when you're playing games like
It sounds
Bowser's Inside
shit.
Story, right?
Come on, bro.
But
That
when
ain't
you're
it.
playing games like Pokemon, it doesn't look that bad when they're side by side like
That
that.
ain't it, brother. You gotta drop that one.
You know, you know what? You know what? We haven't considered
And what's that?
that they might just not fucking do it. So,
Oh, because I didn't like your idea. You just said, oh, just fuck it then.
no, because no, because it's so drastic of a console. Like there will never be another DS, right? Like
I don't think they
so.
should just allow that to not be a thing, though.
I mean, they'll figure it out, but I don't think we gonna like what they come up with.
No, I'm serious though. Like the upside down Joy-Con, yeah, we've seen that. It makes sense that they would just sell you an external screen. It'll probably only cost you like $50 or something. That wouldn't
But
be that
then, what if
crazy.
you don't? What if you don't buy it? Like, what do
You
you
can't
have to
use the
do
fucking
to play?
software. It'll probably have like a
Oh,
checkpoint like you need an external screen in order to run the software. And the
I
software will
mean,
now
you need.
close. So
You need a ring con to play Ring Fit. I mean, I guess it's not terrible.
yeah, see that's what I'm saying. Like
You
I
know,
I don't think
okay,
it'd be hard to pull off. See,
but
we're
I
not
don't think it's
business
gonna be
people,
as
so
cheap
we
at
overthink all of
$50
this
though.
shit.
I mean, the screen don't need to be fancy, really.
Oh hell no! Now you coping, bro. Um,
That shit just gotta display it, right? Like it
now
ain't
you
gotta be nothing
coping,
crazy.
bro. No, I don't see it being. Shit, they charging $80 for Mario Kart. It might be $80, bro.
That screen gonna be at least 95, dog. I don't know what you talking. You talking?
I don't think that would be crazy though. Still,
Bro, you know what they gonna do, bro?
with that,
They're gonna give you the Nintendo Switch Online DS that only plays Nintendo Switch Online DS games.
Okay, now you taking the piss. I'm not okay with this.
Yo, they got to.
Now you
Or they gonna
taking the
give you the
piss.
stylus at least.
I'm done. I'm done.
And they're not
Um,
even a place to keep a stylus, bro. It's not happening. The DS is not
why
happening
would
on
that
here.
matter? They still have Dr. Kawasaki on Switch. They made a whole stylus for that.
All right, maybe on the Switch 3, bro.
Alright, bruh. Alright, bruh. You assuming there's gonna be a Switch 3. Ain't even gonna be nobody to sell it to by that time. You see where this world going? I'm not going there. Okay, so moving on. So I really do think this is gonna be a renaissance for long lost Nintendo games because they're doing GCN. Uh, I don't necessarily think they're gonna put their best games on there. I think they really are gonna do um, a Wind Waker remake, a Twilight Princess remake. Um, I don't think they're gonna do them at the same time though. See, that's where people get the messaging fucked up at. I don't think they're gonna do that at the same time. It doesn't make sense. Um, they're gonna do Metroid Prime 2 remastered at some point. But people were kind of pissed. I'm not sure if you saw that. People were kind of pissed because it's like, well, why? It doesn't make sense for y'all to do Metroid Prime remastered and not do 2 and 3. So where's that? And I'm like, I think we could still get it this year, but apparently there's no evidence saying that they were in development at any point. But it's just like
Yeah.
y'all don't fucking work there. so okay, but yeah, I think this is gonna be a renaissance though. What do you think?
I think them putting the GameCube games on here will be a way to experience a lot of games a lot of people didn't get to have. You know what I'm thinking?
With that?
Star Fox Adventures.
Mm. Now, the
Right?
only problem with that is Rareware developed it, and as we know, they've been purchased by Microsoft.
Dang, you're right, huh?
Um, well, not exactly. They were developing the original game, and I think Microsoft bought them in the middle of them developing it, and that's how it got turned into Star Fox Adventure. So I guess that's not completely out of the question. But I would, and I would personally rather see. Okay, yeah, Rareware did develop it. I was right. So maybe not so likely, but I would prefer Star Fox Assault. Um, that game was the definitive Star Fox game in every way to me. The multiplayer was well fleshed out. The story was gut wrenching. I I never thought I would witness characters die in that game. Um, I mean, that game had everything, bro. That game
Honestly.
had everything. It progressed the story in the way that it really needed to, and they've never done that since. Star Fox Command was was Star Fox 64 Part 2, and then Star Fox Zero. Oh, they did Star Fox 64 3D. That was version 3, I guess. And then Star Fox Zero was version 4. And it's like, why can't y'all just actually like let someone write a story for you and then y'all fucking develop the game? Like, clearly you're not good at writing a story for this series. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But just let someone
This
write the
might be the
story.
year. This
Shit.
might be the
What?
console for the next Star Fox game.
Okay, might be the console. Okay. But they didn't mention Star Fox at all during the Switch's reign. So I wouldn't necessarily hold my breath. It's crazy to say this in the big 2025, but F Zero has a bigger chance than Star Fox. And speaking of, I want F Zero GX completely remade, brand new graphics, brand new textures. Let's fucking do it. F Zero 99 is still online. Clearly, there's an audience, bitch. Let's get it done. You're putting it on GCN, NSO. Let's get it done. There was a man that bought significant stake in Nintendo to go to a fucking shareholders meeting and said, "We want a new F-Zero game." I am not bullshitting you. You can go and look this up, CJ. And they actually entertained it because he's a legit owner at Nintendo now. Like, he owns significant shares. So they had to listen to him.
Oh yeah.
So,
And you know they heard it too.
I mean, that's hard to ignore. And so I think that was their testing ground with them doing F-Zero 99. I need it. I don't even care if they just start over. I need a new F-Zero game.
So speaking of Nintendo Switch Online on the Switch 2, while they're giving the GameCube, would it be too crazy? Because I don't feel like they're gonna. Would it be too crazy for them to put the Dreamcast on there?
Well, apparently Genesis didn't do all that well. And it'd be weird for them to jump straight to Dreamcast and not do Saturn. They haven't
Oh
added Genesis
yeah,
games in a while. Have you not paid that any attention?
yeah. I mean, I'm probably the one of five
Yeah,
people
I was gonna say.
who use it. So yeah, it's been the same library for a while.
But to be fair, Nintendo hasn't been pushing it all that much either, which I really don't like. That was really disgusting on their end.
Right, because I don't think they're gonna give us those like those Sonic Adventure games on the GameCube one or Sonic Heroes or anything like that.
You know what I think though? Give us some 64DD localized. Now, I'm not going to act like I have any examples, but from all the documentaries that I watched on YouTube, the mini docs and stuff, they've had some great software region locked because they never released the 64 disc drive outside of Japan.
Oh
I want to
yeah,
experience some of that.
I was watching a video about that. What's the guy's name? I don't remember. But yeah, I was watching a guy talk about the 64DD, and I was like, dude, what the hell even is this? And then,
Really?
yeah, and so when I seen it, I was like, dude, that is crazy. And I know there's lost games because
Oh,
we
for
don't have
sure.
it.
For sure.
And so I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. I didn't even know that thing existed. And I've been around enough Nintendo 64s to see a lot of crazy attachments. That wasn't one of them. So, man.
Speaking of lost games, though, God knows what the hell we missed out on with Satellaview only being in Japan. I kind of want to see if they can get anything out of that as well. Or maybe, like, consider relaunching it. In case you haven't heard of Satellaview, they had this satellite service on the Nintendo 64 that they used to feed game content through. And it was, like, exclusive content, and it was happening in real time. Um, they had different little mini games, and I think they had sweepstakes and stuff through there that you could like play different little polls and stuff. Like, it was timed. Like, if you didn't play it that week or that day, you missed out. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and I can tell you now I've never seen this thing a day in my life.
really, wow, okay. I thought we were both like pretty well versed on Nintendo history. I got some things to share with you, bud. Okay.
No, the my Nintendo bag goes as deep as like the Virtual Boy and like seeing that in person and things like
Oh,
that.
bro,
But
I don't even want to go too much further into this because we're getting a little off topic. But I just want to say I literally made two attempts at making like a Virtual Boy um, documentary style episode and uploading it here for a while, and it never turned out the way I wanted it to, bro. I hate it. I think I'm more of a writer than I am like speaking, just as far as um like serious tone, like telling a story
Yeah.
like that, like yeah. But yeah, like what are some games you're hoping they remake for it? For Switch 2.
Well, not really more so, but well, I guess there would be remakes because I don't see them making any new entries to this, but I am a sucker for a good rhythm game, and I have a Guitar Hero hole shaped hole in my heart, and I would definitely like to see Nintendo get back into the gadgets side of it. Like something to hook my Joy-Con into, maybe. Like the Wii era, and like how like there was different things you could put your Joy-Cons in. I mean, there's things that we have now, like tennis rackets and whatnot for the Switch, but it's like I want like some. I need more gimmicks, man. Like I miss things like that. So I wouldn't. I think I heard something about Activision possibly making a new Guitar Hero, but I don't know how they're. I don't know how true that is because, man, Activision. Ooh, Lord,
I
we
don't.
can go.
We could.
We're not even. We good. You know what? We're not even gonna talk about that.
We
But
could.
it's just. I don't know if they even. I'm about to. Yeah,
I
we're just gonna assume that that's not coming. So
yeah, I'm not so sure Microsoft is interested in that, honestly.
I don't
Um
think so either.
well, you're in the minority on that though, right? Like
What?
people are gimmicked out with like the physical stuff. Which is why I was so
Dang,
surprised that they
really?
made Street Fighter 6 amiibo. Like amiibo is more of like a collector's thing now. Um and obviously like people love like taking what they hear and running with it. That's not to say no one uses it or no one indulges in it, but um majority of the time people are not going to buy amiibo when they buy a video game. And so the same thing happened with Starlink. You don't remember that Battle for Atlas?
Yeah, I
Ubisoft
do.
thought
I
the
remember that game.
Toys to Life thing, they were gonna revive it or some shit. And then they ended up literally putting like all of that in the game as add-on content for free. Also, I kind of
Yeah,
hate that the people that talk about the industry use DLC as a catch-all when add-on content literally just means it's free. You're saying free DLC. I used to say AOC, but now AOC is political, so I can't say that anymore. But add-on content is not DLC. You don't usually have to download it because with Starlink, it was literally through an update. So technically, like semantics wise, like yeah, you had to download it, but you didn't even know you were getting it. So it's not like you had to go and manually download it. You have to manually download DLC. Add-on content comes in through an update. So bottom line, I don't really see that happening. But I mean, you got anything else though?
let's see. I'm trying to think. What did I? Because with this question, I phrase it as out of the entire Switch One's lifestyle, what did I feel like I was missing? Because I feel like for the most part, I was satisfied with the games that were released on the Switch One, other than my big one being Nintendo Land. And like the fitness game was scratched with Ring Fit. So it's like all of the things that I love from the Wii and what made me love the Wii seemed like in spirit was on my Switch One. And so I'm just trying to figure out what was I missing?
That's a
I
fair way
mean,
of going about it, though. I like that.
like those are the remakes that I obviously would like. What more could I get out of my Switch 2 that wasn't revealed in the trailer? Because they revealed a lot, and a lot of that scratched any itch that I wanted. I was like, okay, yo, we're getting all these games on Switch 2. That's probably all I ever wanted. Maybe if and when BioWare drops the next Mass Effect, it'll be on there. Maybe,
Mm.
hopefully. And then go ahead and give Switch players the Legendary Edition, because if you have not played Mass Effect now, you need to play it. And I'm tired. I'm tired of being the counsel for Mass Effect. Hell, the Legendary Edition was free on PlayStation Plus, and I still couldn't get motherfuckers to play it.
Bro, what's the drawing? What kind of game is it? Like I just never bothered to like give it a look.
It's a third person shooter action sci-fi adventure,
Okay,
right?
so I kind of have to stop you right there. That's probably why I would never play it. I don't care for third person shooter games. It's why I prefer Metroid and Halo over all the other shooter games. So I don't even play like Splatoon as often as I'd like. And I mean, Splinter Cell is I'm really in it for the story. But I mean, what about the story is appealing? Maybe the story is appealing.
So you are a self-insert. You create your character and everything, and you are the commander of the N7 fleet, right? Which is like the top space command in the galaxy, right? And you're the commander of it. So
Okay.
you go all around the galaxy, recruiting allies, solving like disputes against different species in the galaxy. There's like political turmoil amongst different species of people, and it's all leading to this imminent threat of like by these things called the Reapers, and it's all foreshadowed in the first moments of the first game, but you don't know until the climax of the second game, and it's not resolved until the ending of the third game. Like the games are like the problem that you have to solve is ongoing for the entire trilogy. Nothing is fixed, and for some people that seems like, oh well, I mean there's no conclusion, but it's like, dude, each conclusion of each game is just one step closer to that final resolution. And the fact that you can take your character from the first game, transfer them to the second one, and then transfer that one to the third one, and your decisions that you made from the very beginning affect your entire. Bro, if you mess up in the first game, you're dead in the third one. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. If you mess up in the first one, you are dying in the third one, guaranteed. you
Interesting.
need you need to be on your P's and Q's, and I think this console will allow people to enjoy this because it was a PS4 game, right? The trilogy was a PS4 game. Well, the original trilogy was a PS3 game and a 360 game. But if they want to do the Legendary Edition, which is the remake, well, the remaster, then I feel like it being mobile, you could get lost in the story, really. And the story, the way you interact with all the characters would be really nice. Now, granted, I have this game already. I've bought this game multiple times, and I dare I say I buy this game again if it was on Switch. But the only reason why it would stop me is because it is grind heavy. It is a long it is a long journey. And one thing I want that I didn't see in the trailer, I would have liked a trophy system because these games are too long for me to just be playing them for my health, right? I need some sort of gratification for me to be completing these games the way I do. I have so many Nintendo games 100% and nothing to show for it except the hours that I have on the game. but it's like I'm not getting no kind of achievements, no kind of in-game props for doing any of this. It's just I'm doing it for my health, you know. And it's like that was a big part of me playing games. Is like yes, like the gratification of just completing a game, but then I had something to show for it, a platinum trophy, things like that. And
Yeah.
so I was hoping they would do a trophy system for this game, but I mean for the system, I don't really know why they wouldn't do something like that.
I think
But
they made their case when they said uh, they didn't want people to fixate on like trophy hunting, like they're playing the games for the wrong reasons, sort of, kind of, basically, is what they were getting at. And I kind of understand that, but like, if they buy the game, they buy the game, right?
right,
If they play
and
the
I
game, they
don't
play the
think
game, they enjoy it. So I don't quite understand that line of thinking. Like, I get it, but like, at that point, you're
yeah,
babying people. Like, you're telling them how to play the game.
right, because no one's saying you got to go get every single platinum trophy. You know,
I mean,
I
there
got
will be people that
six.
will do that, but like, it's still none of your like prerogative to prevent people from doing that. And only
Yeah,
that,
because
like, if
they
that's what they
playing the
want to
game,
do,
right?
like, yeah, like, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. I don't
And
quite
sometimes
get
they'll
that.
have to play the game more than once.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't. And the another thing that to to add on to the original question, what do I want out of this? And they didn't show it, and I'm getting kind of scared. Is because when I saw the settings page on the Switch 2, I saw that themes tab, and I know if they clicked on it, it was going to say basic white and basic black, and I don't make this another themeless console, please. I couldn't take it then, and I can't take it now.
Wait, what? Um,
You know, when they were going through the settings about like I think they were showing off the game card feature, and then I saw the
like the
themes
virtual game
tab.
card thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so while they were scrolling, I saw the themes, and I knew if they clicked on it, it was gonna say basic white and basic black. And so I like do not make this another themeless console.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to bring up. I kind of thought they were going to do it this system, but I think they're going to go the way of how they eventually started to release um um like the avatars and stuff. I think they're going to let you use like silver points to buy themes. They're
That
probably
would be
going to
cool.
be like 1,000 points each though. Just going to be real with you. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I just wish they would have done it for the Switch One.
Yeah. I mean, like without having to break it open and do all kinds of unholy things to it. Yeah, I can
Good
get themes on my
grief!
Switch. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can get themes on my Switch One, but you ain't gonna like how I had to do it.
Oh, dude.
It's like, geez.
um, I do, I do want to get into one specific game that was shown off though, and
Okay.
you probably heard me freak out about it on the show. But bro, I am so ready for Kirby Air Riders. Like, y'all have no fucking idea how much seeing that meant to me. Now, I said it on the last episode. I hate that people only think of Smash when they see or hear from Sakurai. He is much more than that. He was the creator of Kirby, and a lot of people forget to credit Mr. Iwata for helping him create Smash because at the time Sakurai worked at HAL Laboratory. Sakurai has never
Yeah.
worked for Nintendo, so Iwata was his way in to even use Nintendo characters because Iwata was like, "Man, are you crazy?" Because at that point, Iwata was just a programmer. And so I'm not sure if they grilled him about that or what. Like, we're going to let you guys use this. And if you screw this up or make us look stupid, you're going to pay. Like, I can just imagine them, like, really getting into him. But Iwata trusted Sakurai so much. But back to what I was saying. He's much more than that. I was kind of thinking it was going to be Kid Icarus that he signed off on. In his last Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games channel, on his last video, he was saying that Nintendo came to him with a proposal for a video game and he immediately signed off on it. And everyone was like, oh, Smash. Like, bro, there's no.
They should have known it wasn't Smash.
It's such an insult to his existence, though, and everything he's done. So, I was thinking it was going to be Kid Icarus Uprising getting a remaster, or rather a remake, because they would have to completely redo the controls, or like a sequel to it. Then I was like, probably not. It probably is going to be something new. I never saw this coming. And I had been begging for a Kirby Air Ride remake, remaster, whatever the hell they had to do. I wanted that game so bad in the modern day. And we're finally getting it. Like, bro.
This is his baby, dog. Like, this is, bro. When first of all, notice what you said. You said he immediately signed off on it.
He did. That's what he
You
said.
should have known. You should have known it wasn't Smash Bros. Then.
Right.
He not finna eagerly throw himself into another Smash Brothers game.
Right.
No. It was either it when I take that statement for what it is, I immediately signed off on it. It's Kirby. It's always going to be Kirby. That is his child, bro.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't think him being back in charge of Kirby was like ever in the cards. I just never saw that happening. And I'm not saying like Nintendo like just didn't want him touching it anymore. It was just more like, well, why would he go back to Kirby? And then at the same time, like, he really does care about Kirby. He made him the focal point of the Smash Ultimate story, so that's got to mean something. But wow, man. For anyone that has not played Kirby Air Ride on GameCube, listen. I strongly encourage you to play that game. City Trial was the best thing ever. So you had basically like up to, I think you could set the timer up to 7 minutes to choose whatever cart you wanted and upgrade it with all of these different equipment pieces. And they would have like different events happen, right? Like, oh, fire's raining down on the city. Oh, damn, I can't remember the name of the bird, but there's like a boss enemy from Kirby. It's like this big bird. I cannot fucking remember the name of it. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. But basically, like, if you defeat him, like, you get like hella equipment stats to apply to your cart. And all you have to do is like run over these equipment stats to apply them, right? And there were actually 2 legendary carts that you could put together. So the legendary Air Ride, aka the Dragoon, just like in Smash, you collect those 3 pieces, you build the Dragoon. The Dragoon is the fastest, most airborne ride in the whole game, right? And I believe the second one was called the Hydra. And I think that one also had 3 pieces, maybe 4. That one is even faster on ground. It takes time to like build speed, but like, oh my gosh, bro. Like the volcano erupts. Um, there's a weird ass pyramid in the middle of the city, and you need to beat that down, or some weird shit was gonna happen. And then you had all these different mini games in between and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like it was just chaotic. You have to play it to understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I seen that, I was like, this is going to be single handedly the greatest experience I ever have with a new franchise of game. Because, like, the little bit of Kirby Dare Riders that I did play was fun. I wish I could just sit down and play it though, so I can really like round it out and like like really get into it. But I'll be able to do that with this, and with Sakurai at the helm, I can guarantee you it's going to be a fun time because the man does not know how to make a bad video game.
Bro.
It's like he's allergic to making bad video games, right? It's like he'll get a rash if he does. So I'm very excited, and I will buy it blind. I'm that confident in it. I'll buy it without seeing a trailer for it.
I don't even care what the
Without
fucking price is. Sakurai, take my money. I trust you.
he can have it.
Oh, well, you know what? I have to take that back because Fighters Pass Volume 2, I was not very happy. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Really shitty.
Yeah, but the game is good. But the game is good.
No, for
Like
sure, for sure, for
the
sure.
the content it needed a rework, yeah. But the game is good. Like why are we getting an arms character? But that's another topic
Yeah.
for another.
Um. So, listen. So everyone knows how accessible Smash is as far as controls. Y'all will not believe how accessible this fucking game is. It literally has two fucking inputs: the control stick and the A button. Who the
Just
fuck
go.
makes a racing game with one fucking button? How the fuck do you do that? This man is amazing. I'm sorry. Like, the glaze is coming on. Listen, the man is amazing, okay? You auto accelerate in the game. And now I don't know if he's gonna change it this time. I wouldn't mind too much if there's like slight deviations. But bro, y'all have to play the fucking game, please. Y'all have to play the game, bro. And it had an online mode. Oh my god, I wish I was old enough to have experienced that shit. There was an online mode, CJ.
On the GameCube?
Yes, bro. You didn't know the GameCube had online? Like it was.
Oh well, we ain't had no internet when I had my GameCube.
Oh,
I
bro,
didn't
I
know.
didn't even have a fucking computer in the house when I had a Wii. Okay, but listen, that was the only game where I was like, okay, fuck it. This is the best direct ever. Like,
Right.
despite everything else, that was my game that made me say, fuck, I have to buy a Switch 2. What was your most, what was the game that got you from the direct?
Ooh, the game that got me from the direct. I mean,
I did say this was going to be on the rather shorter side, but I kind of lied, I guess. This is over an hour.
that's okay. It's okay. And he'll be fine. He'll be fine. All right, so the game that sold me on the direct, oddly enough, and that is because, as you
Oh,
know,
shit.
I am not the biggest. I'm not the biggest fan, but they
Oh, shit.
captivated me with Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, okay.
And it's when I. What did you think I was gonna say?
I don't know, bro. I
Oh, you thought I was revving up for something stupid, huh?
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, nah.
I didn't know what the
I'm
fuck was
good.
about to come out your mouth,
Nah,
bro.
it was Donkey Kong Bonanza, man.
Okay.
It's going to be a great time, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. because all I ever wanted from Donkey Kong was for him to break out of that 2D shell, and he finally did, and it looks like it paid off in like tenfold. I think this game is going to be incredible, and I want it. I hope it's a decent length game as far as story, because I want to have a lot of fun playing it. Looks like those bananas are in some pretty crazy places. So that'll probably be most of the game, like trying to get all the bananas. So that'll be fine. I'm okay with fetch quests. I'm okay with games that disguise the length of the game as collectibles. I'm fine with that. That's perfectly fine with me. Some people don't like it because, like, oh, well, if I just get what I need and progress, the game is very short. Yeah, that most games are short if you just play them straight
Yeah.
without deviating. Most games are short if you do that. So I plan on exploring all corners of those different worlds that he has, and I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, when Kirby Air Riders got announced, I low key thought it was a Kirby standalone game, like a new one. But then I was like, wait, but they just added that the Switch 2 was going to have an expansion to Forgotten Land, so they're probably going to ride that off a little bit more before they make a new full Kirby adventure. So then I had no idea what I was watching, and
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to say Smash because I'm not that guy. I'm not that Nintendo fan. I mean, I am for jokes. Like I'll be like, Direct was mid, no Smash, but it was a Pokemon Present that I was watching, and it's like, like no Smash. Oh, okay. I'm just joking. But then I was like, it might be. But then when I saw the engine
Okay.
pop out of the Warp Star, I was like, that's Air Riders or Air Ride because I didn't know he was gonna change the name. But I was like, that's Air Ride. It has to be. And then it was, and I was like, dude, I never got to really delve into the original, so it's great. So those two games made me feel more like I got to get this thing sooner rather than later because I want to play these games.
Yeah, bro. That shit had me hyped, bro. I have not like I really don't have much else to say about it, honestly. But I think it's safe to say that Bonanza will be at least as long as Odyssey. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, that's a
But
decent late game.
I'm not sure if you've seen anything on it, but box art in other territories on the East, apparently there's like a kid Pauline in this game, bro.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it last episode because I didn't want if anybody who hadn't seen it because I saw it the day we recorded. I saw that, and so
Yeah.
I was like, and so I didn't want to say it then just in case nobody else has saw it. But now it's been a minute. So yeah, I saw that and I was like, well now I'm confused because I'm over here thinking I thought that this was uh like a story about OG Donkey Kong, but then Cranky Kong is in the game. So then I was like, oh well, okay, that's not that. So then I was like, well, maybe this is Donkey Kong Jr. But I don't think it's Donkey Kong Jr. either because Cranky Kong is old in this game. Like he's old. So this is Donkey Kong the third. So I'm like, okay, well, why is Pauline a kid? But then it's like, what Donkey Kong in his own right, when does it take place as the context of Mario? And then I got confused. And so then my head started hurting and then I stopped thinking about it. So but they'll probably explain that when we get to it. But yeah, I saw that box art and I was like, dude, that is cool. That is cool. It's hella spoilers though. Hella. Because
Yeah, a little bit.
apparently that's what that purple rock is that's walking around. Like that's floating around him.
Oh, what?
So that's what the streets are saying.
You
I
stupid.
don't know. I don't know if the streets are to be trusted with that kind of information, but I mean, the game ain't out yet, so I don't know. Can't ask me. But yeah, I'm excited to see what part she plays in it. You know?
Okay, this just in.
Oh, breaking news! I didn't
not
sign up for
not
this.
quite breaking. It's 2 days ago, but from Game Radar, Nintendo has cleared up the confusion about Switch 2 edition games with the upgrade packs. People previously thought it would be just the Switch 1 game and a download code for the enhanced version, but the full enhanced version is indeed on the game card itself. So that's interesting. I forgot to bring that up as a pain point for people as well. That was a thing that people were talking about. I'm not sure why that's exactly a big deal. Well, I guess because it would be taking up more storage. Because it's like, well, bitch, I could just buy the Switch One game and just buy the fucking upgrade pack if you're gonna do that. Like what? But yeah, that's interesting.
So what that means is, hold on. So
I did not
run
say that
that.
would be cheaper at all. By the way,
Okay, so like break that down in gaming's terms. Is that the phrase?
layman's.
For sure. Okay, so it break.
Okay, so it was previously thought that uh, I'll use Metroid Prime 4 Beyond as an example. It was previously thought that if you choose to buy Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, you would get Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Nintendo Switch 1 Edition on a game card, and you would then get the Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade pack as a download code
Oh, okay.
when you buy physical.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
But that's
Nintendo
not
is
it.
saying that's
Like,
not the case, though.
okay, so when you buy Nintendo Switch 2 versions of the game, you're gonna get that Fly Red cartridge.
No. Oh, yeah, yeah, of course. Yes, you get everything on the game card. There's no extra downloading anything. No codes to put in on the eShop.
Okay, okay.
But back to what we were talking about. Yeah, Bonanza is, I'll say it again. Like, I had never been excited about a Donkey Kong game in my entire life. This changed that. I don't know what the hell Nintendo is doing with Mario franchise with the Mario franchise recently, but this shit is wowing the fuck out of me right now. Like, they are really doing some different things nowadays. It's really interesting. Um Hope Bonanza works out really well. I don't want any DLC for it though. Like, let it be like Odyssey. Maybe do like a free update with something fun to do online, but like, don't do any DLC, bro. We don't need that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and I
I don't think
put
it needs
this,
DLC.
yeah, definitely not. I did put this in the description on every platform, but apparently, Game Share is actually available online via game chat. Um, Not sure how I overlooked that, but just thought I'd note that here. Um, yeah, bro. I think that's pretty much all I was gonna get into. There was something of note, but for the life of me, I can't fucking remember. But you got anything else?
Uh, other than that, there's new images of the Nintendo Switch Online app on your Switch 2 and how it looks, and it looks like they just, organize things a little bit more. If I'm not mistaken, this looks like you'll be able to launch the online category games like the like the different softwares, the Game Boy and whatnot. Looks like you'll be able to launch them from there if you choose to.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks pretty good. But other than that, or this may just be showing you what's available to play. I don't know if you'll be able to launch it from there, but like they have like the different um categories all like all separated. You click on it, it pulls up the catalog. So you'll either be able to play it from there or you'll be able to see what's available to play from there, which is I mean, either way, they made it just look a lot more just put together. I mean, not that it looked bad before, but you can
It
always
definitely
improve.
looked bad before their last major update a few months ago. It actually looks very usable nowadays, but still feels a bit off for sure.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm very excited to see what the future holds. I just hope that your initial statements in the beginning are not true and that this does not backfire. But there's a lot riding on this thing, and I feel like it can just as easily, as good as it can be twice as bad. I guarantee.
Yeah,
That's just that's just the facts.
yeah. So what I was saying initially was, I feel like this could definitely backfire on them because I'm not sure if you've heard anything, but I was watching Kit and Krista go over how they handled the different press interviews last Monday, and they referred to the way that they're pricing these games as quote unquote dynamic pricing. And they claim that there isn't a threshold set. And that's some motherfucking murky waters to travel. I don't think you want to play those
Hmm.
kinds of games with people. Because if there's no quote unquote threshold set, which Kid and Krista feels like they're lying about, by the way, or not being fully truthful, I should say that. Let's say, well, no, we're not saying anything. Not having a set threshold is a very dangerous area to be in, because what's the limit? Clearly, you're saying $80 isn't the limit. I think it's going to really rub people the wrong way if you choose to and allow developers and publishers to charge people any price that they choose to for a singular game. And then a lot of them are going to do microtransactions and DLC and expansions. So I and then the threshold goes the other way as well. It's like, okay, well, what's the entry point? Is the entry point literally $70? Does it not get any more affordable than that? Clearly, Welcome Tour doesn't count. So,
No, because I'm sick of that. You're not going to keep charging me all this money for these games, and I got to pay more on top because the game not done. No, bruh. No.
and that's pretty much what I'm getting at, because I don't even think other systems are charging more than $70 currently for these games, especially when they plan on adding DLC. And you know for damn sure that they're adding DLC to Mario Kart World. So to be charging $80, and their reasoning for it as well is the replayability that you get out of it, the quality of the game, and all this shit determines the pricing. And they kind of got more into how those conversations happen inside the company itself, like the development team feeling kind of bad as far as, okay, well, how come Bonanza is only 70 but Mario Kart World is 80? Like, what the hell is that? And that is something to it's something interesting to get into. But I am more concerned about. Okay, now you're claiming that Mario Kart World is worth more than Bonanza. That's clearly what you're saying.
That's what that means.
Yeah. So if that's the case, I want the fucking game to be done. I don't want day one hiccups. I don't want day one mandatory patches. I don't want that shit. I don't.
You forfeit any right for your game to be bugged at launch if you're charging that much up front.
For a
I
party
can
game.
get, I can understand if, like you said, no other game on the market is $80 for the base of it.
Not
That
on a
is when
console.
we get, that is digital deluxe levels of pricing,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what I pay. That's what I paid for my Tekken 8 copy, right?
Sure.
You know, that's what I pay for the games that have the season pass included.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do I don't pay that price for a game with nothing on it besides the base content. So, like you said, I don't need to no day one patch. The game needs to just be playable at launch. And from what y'all shown me, and if y'all from what I've seen from like the treehouse and just from the initial trailers and whatnot, it looks done. It looks pretty good. I didn't see nothing stood out to me that I was like, yeah, it needs to get oh yeah, tweak that. Nothing stood out to me. So if that's the case, that means when it does come out for real, it should be fine. That's what me paying that amount of money is trust that there's gonna be nothing wrong with it when I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And the I you know and them you know they're gonna add DLC to it too, and so it's just like, what more do you want from me? Now, granted, I'm leaning, I'm hoping to secure the bundle so where I don't pay that $80 up front, right? That's what I'm hoping on. But it's still like, what more do you want from me if I were to buy the game at 80, and then you're like, booster course is back and it's $30. Dude, I already spent 80. Just give it to me at this point.
Yeah.
Or make it a live service. Make this the last Mario Kart game y'all ever made, and like just expand on it. I don't know,
I think that would be fine, actually.
because of what it is. I feel like that could be the route y'all take.
Yeah.
You know, cosmetics. If you want to charge for cosmetics, maybe like things that don't affect gameplay. Like if I want to if I want to drive with Builder Mario, maybe I don't know.
I'm gonna be
But
honest with you. I'm gonna be very pissed if I find microtransactions inside of a fucking Mario Kart game. They did that with Tour. I don't
woo,
want that shit.
low key, I better not see a tour stage on here. I ain't seen one yet. But I ain't seen one yet.
No, I think it's
So
all new
I'm
content.
well, that's good. That's good. Well, I saw Sky High Sunday make a return from the
Ew, are
booster.
you serious?
They
That was one,
reworked it to
bro.
it's not,
That was one of the worst DLC stages.
and I think they heard that because they reworked it to where it's actually drivable and playable and enjoyable from the looks of it. Now, granted,
Yeah,
it'll be hard to tell until I get it in my hands because Sky High Sunday is, like you said, one of the. I mean, it was dog shit. Like I've never had less fun on a Mario Kart stage.
oh, I have.
Maybe
It's top five though.
Maybe I could argue that Ninja Hideaway is
Oh
worse.
my god, why do y'all hate that stage so
That stage
much?
fucking blows, dude. There's no
Bro,
fucking
you
way
know
you
what's
like
weird
that
though?
stage.
People kept saying it was a tour stage, but they didn't acknowledge that it was a tour stage. So how the fuck does that work? Like it's literally
I,
not labeled as a tour stage.
I don't know because you're right. It doesn't say tour, but if it was a tour stage, I can tell.
Oh
I can
come
tell.
on.
I can tell.
Y'all
It
are
it's
terrible.
dude, that shit sucks. If I'm playing random and I get Ninja Hideaway and I'm fighting for like and I'm tied neck and neck with the motherfucker in second, I lost. I guarantee you I lost. And maybe that's a me thing, but I can't ride on that. I can't ride on that. Sky High Sunday is boo boo too. Squeaky Clean Sprint was my favorite booster course stage.
I hated that one too.
Oh good God! Oh good
And
God! You
then
don't know
y'all
ball.
hate Tokyo Blur for some reason.
Tokyo Blur is fire. What?
No, there are people that hate Tokyo Blur, bro.
Oh, what? Tokyo Blur is fire. Singapore Speedway, Tokyo Blur, and Athens Dash are my favorite. Like the little, like the actual tour stages. You know, like based off locations. Those are great.
Okay.
Athens Dash might be
Singapore
like the one.
Speedway is okay. I don't even remember Athens Dash that well. Did that one have like really steep ramps? Did you go upstairs on that one?
Yeah, it looks like. Well, I was
I
gonna say it
think I know
looks
what
like
you're
Greece.
talking about. I didn't really care for that one either.
I was gonna say it looks like Greece. Of course, it looks like Greece. But
Wait,
I wonder why it looks like Greece.
Is this one day or night?
Athens Dash is during the day.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one either.
Damn, that's crazy. I bet you
Um,
like New York Minute, huh? Blue
actually,
ass
I
thing.
did. You stupid bitch.
Good God. Good
Okay.
God.
What's the other one? London Byways? Is that what it's called?
I think there's Berlin Byways and then London Loop.
Berlin Byways. Berlin Byways is night though, right?
Oh, shit, is it? I don't know.
See, they're blending together.
No, because fucking Berlin Byways and London Loop look exactly the fucking same.
No, they don't. Don't say that. That's so shit.
Dude.
What? Bro.
Or no. London Loop and Paris Promenade look almost one to
Okay,
one.
but Paris Promenade is actually good. Okay, I remember London Loop. London Loop was okay. It didn't stand out. No, Berlin Byways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucks with that one, bro. No,
Dude,
that's not it either. What the fuck is this other tour stage that was at night, bro? I don't even. Berlin
it's
Byways is
not New
okay
York
too.
Minute.
No, it's not New York Minute.
Bangkok Rush.
I think it was Bangkok Rush. Why the fuck did that one not have fucking alliteration? What the fuck was that with it? What the fuck was that about? It's not Bangkok Rush. That's Sunset. What the fuck?
Wait, I'm pretty sure Bangkok Rush took place at night. What
Bro,
the hell?
I'm looking at it.
Damn. Okay, so it's not Bangkok Rush. It's not New York Minute. Los Angeles Labs takes place in the morning
Yep.
too. Fuck. What is it? The Vancouver one? No, wait.
Vancouver.
That's not at night.
What?
Is it Vancouver?
Vancouver what though?
Oh shit, girl. I don't know.
Vancouver Valley? What the fuck? I don't even know.
Damn. Sydney Sprint. That's not at night. I
No,
don't
definitely
think.
not. Bro, what the fuck?
Hold on, bro.
I can't
Apologies,
remember.
y'all.
No, like
We're
y'all
not
gonna
gonna
have
let
to
this
fucking
go.
wait,
So
bro.
you might well just strap in.
No, like it's gonna bother my fucking nerves if I don't find out.
So just strap in. You might because we not gonna let this go.
Bro, dog.
This damn AI overview got me so beat. They over here saying Berlin Barway is the DS stage. I can't believe it.
Oh, no, they did.
Is it Amsterdam Drift?
Amsterdam Drift. Bro, what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck? What is up? Bro, that's daytime. Bro, what the
Bro,
fuck is the stage I'm thinking of?
this AI is tripping because they said Woohoo Loop is on here, bro. It's not. Dog, I'm clicking off.
I'm dead, bro.
Yeah, y'all might
Rome
well look.
Avanti. That's why I didn't fucking remember. Bro, I've never seen the name of that fucking stage. What the fuck?
What is it, bro?
Rome Avanti. What the fuck is that?
Who is that?
Bro, I
Wait, what
don't
did you just call it?
know. That shit's made up.
What did you just call it? Omavant? What is that?
Rome Avanti.
Oh, Rome Avanti. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
I was like, what cup is that on?
Acorn Cup, apparently.
Oh, get the. No fucking way.
What I was trying to say was Rome Avanti and New York Minute were it, bro. Okay? That was my shit.
Dude, New
Those were
York
the
Minute
only
is
good
so
tour
garbage.
stages.
It's just
No, it's
Moonview Highway
not.
is better
No,
than
it's
New York Minute.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Moonview Highway is better than New York Minute,
Bro,
bro. What?
Moonview
Stop it.
Highway is only celebrated because it's got fucking boosts halfway through it. Like, fuck that, man. That's some childish shit. Boost pads all throughout the fucking second half of the course, bro. That's not impressive. Oh, I get to go up this ramp up here and be by myself. Oh, there are bombs driving at me. There's nothing impressive about that, bro.
Hey, so like, shout out how the Boomerang Cup had 2 tour stages. Like, I was low key hot when they announced that. I was,
Carl, what are you talking
I was
about? I'm about to scream.
the Boomerang Cup had 2 tour
I
stages.
know
I
you
was not
fucking
feeling
lying.
that.
Did we go off on them about that?
I think we did. I ain't gonna lie, I think we did.
Ain't
Maybe
no
not on,
fucking way.
but yeah. So keep tour stages out of my Mario Kart 8, bro. I mean, out of my Mario Kart world, bro. My Mario Kart world has no space for tour stages, bro. I'm not feeling it. The game is dead. Let it die. I know y'all had
Bro.
the assets, and y'all was like, well, we just sitting on them for nothing, so we got to do something with them.
Man,
No,
shit,
you
I
didn't.
wouldn't let that shit die out either. Hell no.
You did not have to do nothing with them assets.
I spent too much damn money on this shit. Hell yeah, I'm about to make y'all play this shit. And we fucking paid for it too, didn't it? Stupid asses.
Look, bro, y'all could have kept that on a whole another pack. y'all gonna integrate it, bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. They could
First
have
of
given
all,
us like a fucking tour pack, bro. That shit was low key ass as fuck.
bro, we got Vancouver Velocity, and then because of that, we didn't get any of the Woohoo Island stages from in front of 3DS. It was taking up a slot, bro. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
They gave us bum ass Rosalina's Ice World. I can't deal with this.
That stage is so much of a fucking letdown. I was so hoping that shit was gonna be lit. Was not.
Right. So yeah, for $80, I don't want to see none of them kind of stages. No sir, no sir. I'll trade it in and buy Bonanza again before I deal with that.
Well, with this being over 90 minutes now and my promise very much broken, all of that to say, good God, that was the biggest fucking detour. And you aided me in it too. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Sorry, man, I'm not even a tour hater.
Okay, but is Rome Avanti not a good stage though? You never even said.
I mean, it's cool.
Oh, fuck
I
you.
mean, it's not the worst.
Fuck you. All of that to say,
it's not the worst. You know, it's not the worst.
all of that to say, they just may be shooting themselves in the foot with this one because now they have to prove that premium pricing is going to deliver a premium product because I'm not fucking with it either way. And I did want to say this earlier, but I wanted it to kind of like pack a punch. But in all honesty, I don't even plan to buy a Switch 2. There are so many games that I still have yet to buy for the Switch 1 that I still want to play. And the Switch 2 is honestly just a huge expense. And I've told the guys off mic, my next big purchase is going to be a phone, not a fucking game system. And then after that, I actually plan to get a new tablet because fuck this Chromebook. It's really pissing me off. Like, I like Chrome OS, but this shit specifically is like gonna be the death of me. Um, but yeah, there's way too much shit that I can be playing on Switch 1 to be like, oh, I really need a Switch 2. Like, no, the fuck I don't. It's and clearly like they're helping me make that decision. It's just gonna cost way more over time. Uh, can't even reliably get $60 games anymore, bro. So fuck it, fuck it. Don't need it. I will probably like steal CJ's like Switch and get back on the plane with it just so I could play Kirby Air Riders. I will buy Kirby Air
Yo,
Riders and add my account.
what's good? Hey, y'all hear this, right?
I will probably buy like Kirby Air Riders, put my account on the Switch, play that shit, and then like, bro, like that, because that's really the only shit that I feel like I really need to play. Like, unless they do like an Odyssey 2, I don't plan on buying a Switch 2 anytime soon. And maybe
Fuck
FOMO
all
will.
that. This bro said he was gonna rob me. Like, fuck all of what you're saying right now. You just said you're gonna fucking rob me, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that. You know what? I'll flip it. Don't worry.
And maybe FOMO will make me buy it. Who knows? But yeah, I don't really plan to in the next 2 to 3 years getting a Switch 2. There's not enough for me to justify that purchase. Your final thoughts?
No, I think I'll be good. Well, now I gotta make sure to. I don't know. My Switch is not gonna be out when you come over. I don't know. I might have to put that up.
Bro, the game don't
But
come out until next year. You got until next year.
okay, for sure. Okay, I guess. But other than that, I think we got it right on the head. I'm actually glad that I was able to like talk about what I want from the console. I think I got my point across very much, and so yeah, we just gotta see. We gotta see.
Okay.
We gotta see how it's gonna go.
Well, all right. With it being very much after midnight, I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me today. And I definitely want to thank CJ for staying on with me this late. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Look, man, it's no problem. It's no problem.
Yeah, me being the Yapparini didn't really help, but
Oh, good God.
especially with that fucking Rome Avanti fiasco. Good grief. This definitely could have been under 90 minutes because I kind of figured it was gonna be like 45 minutes, but no, more than double. I'm trying to not be as aimless nowadays, but I in all honesty, I forgot to make bullet points because I thought I was gonna be heading off to bed. I was actually playing Odyssey before CJ hit me up, so. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Look forward to another episode. I believe I'll have another episode before the end of the month. And who knows, we may have someone on again. Thanks for listening. Make sure to share with those that would enjoy a more laid back podcast like this, talking about Nintendo without as much of the glaze. Something that I've added to my new trailer. But yeah, I will catch up with you guys soon enough. Thanks for listening.